Hey everybody, how's it going? IntoWeapons back again with ya. Got another video today on the upgrades to the VEPR 7.62x5.4R with 16.5-inch barrel. This is video number 5 in the series of the upgrades that I've done, so if you haven't seen the previous ones and are interested, jump out there and check those out on my channel. Today we're going to be going over a pretty simple install and upgrade that I purchased for this gun. We're going to be replacing the stock on this. The original stock that came with the Bonesteel Arms folder here was just a UTG Pro. It was an extra $15 to add that on. And it's certainly a good stock. There's nothing wrong with this stock at all. It's just a standard plastic stock. There's nothing really fancy about it. It does wiggle back and forth a little bit, which isn't a huge deal at all, but I wanted to get something a little bit more fancy, a little bit something that would fit this mil-spec aluminum tube a little bit better. So I went ahead and purchased one of these Magpul CTR, which is the compact type restricted stock. I got that from Amazon. In fact, I got all 3 of these items from Amazon. Along with that, I also purchased the rubber butt pad, the enhanced one here for the CTR stock. That gives it a little bit more comfort level on it. I also purchased the 0.25-inch Cheek Riser for the Magpul CTR. You can get it in 0.25, 0.50, 0.75, and 1 inch, I believe. I think they may even get up to 1.25 inches, but I'm not 100% on that. So, to give you an idea of some prices here, like I said, I got all 3 off Amazon.com, so I was able to get it for no shipping and handling, which was nice. But the Magpul stock here ran about $73. The rubber butt plate here was, or butt pad, was about $18. And the 0.25-inch Cheek Riser was about $16, or I should say $15, $15.23. So altogether, the total of the 3 items was about $105. So not a totally inexpensive upgrade for this rifle, but well worth it. It is a drop-in, so it's pretty easy to install, and I'll go over that on this. But one of the main key features of this is the friction locking mechanism, which Magpul is really well known for, which should eliminate any kind of rock back and forth on this mil-spec tube, hopefully. It just, it's got better structural integrity. It's reinforced polymer construction. It does have, just advanced ergonomics on it and stuff like that. So overall, just a better stock. There's nothing, truly impressive over this one, but it is what it is. So let's go ahead and put this on and see what it looks like. We'll go ahead and pull it out of the box here, and I'll kind of give you an idea. It does come with some instructions in here, and I don't know what this yellow thing is. Something about the mil-spec tube, and then they give you a Magpul sticker, which is kind of cool. So we'll set that aside. The instructions I don't think I'll need. It's probably pretty self-explanatory. It's pretty easy to get these on and off, at least that's what I'm assuming. So we'll go ahead and do that. We'll go ahead and pull the butt pad out of here. These butt pads are pretty nice. It just extends it out, makes it a little bit thicker. I don't personally need it, but my wife will be, attempting to shoot this rifle. Hopefully she likes it. There's not a whole lot of recoil to this rifle, but this should make it a little bit more comfortable for her as well. It comes with a couple screws to put that into the back of your Magpul CTR stock. And I'm guessing here, yeah, it's got some instructions in here. Again, I don't think I'll need that, but we'll keep it handy just in case. You never know. I'm kind of an idiot on these things sometimes. So let's go ahead and just right off the bat get this installed in the back of the CTR stock. What it's going to take is an Allen or hex wrench here. I got that. We'll go ahead and remove the previous one. As you can see, the previous one is probably 1/4 of an inch thick. So that's going to definitely give it a little bit more padding to it, which is nice. Let's see if I can find the correct Allen wrench here. A little bit smaller. Just, still need a little bit smaller. Just handling this CTR stock, it is really well built. It's thick, it's solid. For a polymer stock, it is a pretty nice one. Go ahead and take out these Allen wrenches here, Allen screws, and take off this original butt pad. It's not a very difficult process, as you can imagine. Just a couple screws here and replace it, drop in more or less. I'm guessing you can probably use these same screws over on the new butt pad here. But like I said, it does come with a couple other ones, so we'll just go ahead and use the new ones. And once you get that off, you just pull this right out, I'm guessing. Should come right out. Yep, there we go. So it's got a couple clips on the top here which kind of hold it in a little bit harder on the top, but I'm going to just give her a little bit of pull and it should come right out. Same thing for this one. As you can see, it's got a couple clips along the top there which are kind of hinged into the butt pad, or the butt stock here. We'll clip that in there, kind of clips in there, and there we go. Then again, compared to the older one, you can see it's again a little bit nicer of a pull on there, and you can get different size ones, different widths, so keep that in mind as well if you don't want to get something that's quite as thick as this one. There are different ones available. Although, you know, just looking at the original one that came with it, that's not too bad of a butt pad either, so you really don't necessarily need to do this, I don't think, but I found it intriguing. Like I said, hopefully it'll make it a little bit more comfortable for my wife. We're just going to go ahead and screw these in. I apologize, guys, this is probably boring stuff for you, but you can certainly go ahead and use that skipper marker and kind of skip through this video as needed. Probably could have done this off camera, but since we're already through it, we'll go ahead and just continue on. And I'm just tightening these up as much as possible. I'm not really putting a whole lot of pressure on it. I don't think you really need to, you know, really hammer down on these, torque these in there that hard. So as long as they seem like they're sitting pretty well, you don't got it rocking back and forth, that should be fine. So we'll take these original hardware, we'll put that back into this bag here, and we'll set that aside. And then what I'm going to do is, this cheek riser I'm just going to set aside until we're done here, and we'll put that on at the very end. To remove this current buttstock off here, it's pretty easy. Just go ahead and go like that and pull it all the way down, all the way to the back. You do need to use some sort of Phillips flathead here to pry this bar up to allow you to continue pulling it out a little bit further, because that's what's actually holding it into the mil-spec tube here. This is probably going to be easier said than done. I could probably pull my... It's hard to get a good grip on this thing. What I'll probably end up doing here, guys, is pulling this guy out here. This might make it a little easier. Give me a little bit something to pull on. If someone knows an easier way of doing this, I'd certainly like to know. Hope I'm in the camera there for you guys. And this thing is still sliding with this mat underneath me. Just not catching any brakes here. There we go. We just kind of slide that off. That'll pull the original one off here. This Magpul stock here is, it's got the general lever here that you're normally used to. It also has this friction lock lever up here, and it's got a locking mechanism to lock that in place. So actually what you do is you pull down on this. Typically I think, yeah, there you go. So it's got kind of a locking mechanism there, which makes it a little bit more difficult just to pull on it and have it fly open on you. So once you got that open like that, you should be able to, actually we could probably get rid of this too again. What we'll do is we'll go ahead and slide it right on there, and I think we pull down on this tab again, which kind of is the locking tab. If you pull down on that, it should allow it to slide forward and lock into position. If I can get this to work again, one-handed. Yeah, I might need to put this back in the thing again here, so let's do it. Not the easiest thing to do in the world sometimes with these butt stocks. They don't make it tremendously easy to get them off. Obviously, as you can imagine, having it a bit more difficult to get it off is better than not. So there we go. And that would be the replacement stock there. As you can see, it's got the, I believe, 6th position. I probably missed a couple there, but you get the idea. And then it's got this anti-friction lock there, and as you can see, I got no play left and right, which is kind of what I was going for there. So definitely accomplished the task that I was looking. Now what we'll need to do is, with these AK-47s, as you can see, the rail and everything will be sitting up towards the top here, and this butt stock here doesn't sit as high as it would on an AR-15. It doesn't go straight across, it's not horizontal like that. So what we bought here is a cheek riser, and this cheek riser is, like I said, comes in different sizes, but this one's the 0.25 inch, which gives me a little bit of lift on here. I didn't want to stick it up there too high, and what I'll probably end up doing is, if I need to, I'll go back and purchase the 1/2 inch one, but I'm really going to wait and see until I get the rail scope mount and the scope that I purchased to see if I really even need it. And I don't know if I need to read the directions on how to install this thing. You'd think it would just be snap in, but it doesn't seem like it wants to just kind of pop into place here. So I'll go in and I mean, it's gotta be that easy. It shouldn't be that difficult. Now, and I can see what the problem is. It's kind of running into my side folder here and not allowing me to mount it while the stock is fully placed in its forward position. There we go. So now I lifted it up a little bit, as you can see that. But with it on, it looks like it doesn't allow it to go into the fully forward position due to it hitting this side folder, left-hand side folder. So what I might need to do is just Dremel off some of this cheek riser on the right-hand side so it can fully go forward and seat properly. It shouldn't affect my cheek weld or anything like that on this, but it doesn't lift it up a whole lot, so I might have to go with the 0.5 if I seems like that's the way to go. But we'll have to wait, like I said, and see what it is with my scope on there. That's pretty much it, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. This video is probably a little bit longer than it needed to be just for a stock replacement, but it is what it is. And as always, guys, I appreciate you watching, and until next time, take it easy.